were on September 11, 2001, even though I was only 8 months old at this time, everyone I have talked to remembers exactly where they were when they heard the news of the terrorist attack. According to the History Place Great Speeches collection, President George W. Bush gave a speech called After September 11th on Thursday, September 20, 2001, in front of Congress and all Americans. The president gave this speech in response to the attacks on the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and Flight 93. His goal was to inform the American people about the impact 9/11 had on the United States of America. Bush explains in his speech after September 11th what actions he was going to take against the terrorists and how 9/11 has helped us become more united as a country. One focus of President Bush's speech after September 11th was to inform American people that the United States was taking action against the terrorists involved in the 9/11 attacks. Bush told us he wanted the United States military to find the terrorists and their leaders. He also wanted to assure the people that the terrorists would free all the Americans who they had taken in as prisoners and guaranteed the United States would gain complete control of all the camps where these terrorists planned and carried out their attacks. Bush wanted to ensure Americans that these terrorists would be brought to justice. Furthermore, during his speech after September 11th, Bush praised the American people for uniting together after the tragic events. Bush stated in his speech that he realized as a result of the terrorist attack, many Americans may experience a sense of nervousness or fear, but he wanted Americans to stay strong and support one another. Americans showed support to each other by praying for one another and keeping people who had been personally affected by 9/11 in their thoughts. Americans also needed to cooperate with the new safety measures that were put in place due to this terrorist attack. In addition to these main points of Bush's speech after September 11th, the portion of his speech that stood out to me the most is, "Tonight we are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom. Our grief has turned to anger and anger to resolution. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done." This part of the speech stood out to me the most because even though Americans might have experienced fear and sadness as a result of this terrorist attack, the United States will not fall victim to any terrorists. We will defend our country and bring terrorists to justice. In conclusion, 9/11 has shown Americans that we will not tolerate terrorist acts against our country and we will take action if needed. Americans will stick together during these sad times, even if they have different values or beliefs. The United States will always remain strong no matter what, even if at times it does not seem like it.